Hello and welcome. How is everyone out there today? And thank you for watching the replay. My name is Mary Jane Tracy, and I'm a spiritual life coach, spiritual love of life coach, and coming in with you about the astrology, giving you a little bit of the 411 and the cosmic highway and the craziness that is, our earth walk, Isn't it a little bit of a crazy earth walk that we're all on right now? And this energies that are coming on in. And it's funny that not everything that I put out there right now is being shared out. And I know a lot of people aren't getting my, I don't know. I've posted something the other day and somebody said, well, I just, I usually get your stuff right away and I didn't get it till 10 o'clock at night, or a few things where I didn't know that you were on and the notifications didn't go off. So a lot of crazy cosmic things are going on. If I put up on my feed about the Vatican and the blackout in the Vatican that happened. Yes. Will it come up now? Oh, let me see. Okay, yeah, the blackout. So the Vatican was in a blackout 8 hours ago. And it's they got the lights on. I believe Pakistan was in a blackout also. So which is quite interesting for that to happen, 18 hours ago or something like that they're saying. So from dark to light. But the Vatican, it just, and then they blocked off roads and stuff like that to the Vatican when the blackout happened. It comes under the, a couple of days ago where information came out about satellites that the Vatican had leased off of the Italian government and had influence or was encrypting information to the election. Who knows? We don't all get the truth. We only get tidbits here and there from different sources. Another thing that came across my feed, and that Parler is going to be taken down as of today. So Parler will no longer be up. So that was a new app that came out to be a non-biasing platform for people to voice differences. And that will be taken down today. Amazon pulled their plug on it. I'm shocked that they did, and so did Apple. Apple pulled the plug on it too. And they were trending as number one for downloading for apps because people are looking for a platform where they're able to say things. Hence, Periscope, as of March 31st will no longer be here. That's another platform that really brings in a lot of freedom of speech from all over the world, like all over. Like you can listen to somebody Parler's going to be taken down as of today. Notification came out, and John Matz, 9 hours. We are the closest thing to the competition to Facebook and Twitter, and has seen in many years. And I believe Amazon, Google, and Apple work together to try and ensure they don't have competition. They will not win. We are the world's last hope for free speech and free information. What they are doing is unprecedented, unfounded, and absolutely disgusting and shameful. This is a battle against all of us, liberals, conservatives, atheists, Christians, blacks, whites, Jews, pagans, witches, all of us. They want to keep their monopoly over speech. They want us fighting. They don't want us working together. They don't want us working with each other. They don't want us hating one another. Parley brings two people with conflicting ideas together. Our mission is free speech, democracy, and us, the people, having the power. The elite don't want us to be free. They want hate, division, and power. For us to win this fight, we need everyone back on Parler on Tuesday. By Monday at noon, we will be fully operational again. So hopefully they can get that back up. It will be taken down, I think they said noon today. or by midnight tonight or something like that. So I know it had a 12 in it. So that is going to be taken down, and they're pulling the plug. Unless there's enough stink, but Amazon and those, they really don't care. They don't care. The other thing that I found very interesting, and was one of my things that I keep telling people about corporations, is that, you know, Amazon wanting to, they're buying up where they have their big warehouses and stuff. They're buying up a lot of land and housing so that they can make low-income housing for their workers, and their workers can work in these can have these low-income housing for them to be in and to either purchase and stuff like that. So there's a lot that's happening in our world right now, a lot of changes that are going on. And it is a reflection of, you know, whatever happens in one area of the world does have a reflection on the rest of us, and how that is going to come in. And with the energies that are, you know, you're going to find that there's some really intense squares. And what squares do, squares get us to realize where we need to make adjustments. Where is it that we need to look at the areas of our life that are not in alignment with our light? And that's what the squares get us to do. And with the energies that are coming in, let me see if I still have my notes up here. Current plan, yeah, here. So the one thing, and I'll explain here. So, and I put this up on my Facebook page too, and I wrote this out. It feels as though there should be some relief from the dark, shadowy energies of Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, and Capricorn. Now that Saturn and Jupiter have entered Aquarius, however, January and February are loaded down with squares and challenges, aspects with Uranus and Mars. So the shift is coming and emerging from the shadowy energies, and they remain deeply embedded in our consciousness to clear. So there is a lot there that we have to clear. There's a lot there that we have to work on still. Just because it's January 1st doesn't mean the energies have changed. That's the Gregorian calendar. That has nothing to do with the astrological calendar, which is March 21st, which is spring. That's when energies start to change, because we are starting into a new energetic cycle. We have 4 seasons. Winter is not over. Winter is not over. Winter is still doing its thing. Winter is still having to do its stuff. The shadow side in reality is riddled with illusions and fantasies, which Saturn in Capricorn was teaching us about. So a full cycle of Saturn in the zodiacs lasts 27.5 to 29 years. The last time Saturn was in Capricorn and then emerged into Aquarius was in February of 1991. The highlight of this time was that we started a war in Iraq. The information that led up to the war was happening while Saturn was in Capricorn. The shadow was strong. Much later, we learned that there were no weapons of mass destructions in Iraq. This was the time when Rodney King was brutally beaten by 4 policemen in LA. And on a brighter side, the Cold War ended with Russia. So Saturn has this theme, right? These themes of rules, structures, traditions. Saturn rules governing laws and governments, military, and police. So Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. And so every time Saturn is in Capricorn, there will be momentous, this I can't even say it, momentous events that involve government and authorities. Maintaining order is usually what Saturn is in Capricorn is all about. However, the shadow side is exactly the opposite. Mayhem, chaos, and thus we have had the pandemic, the populist governing powers, and false and fake news. Waking and living with the shadowy energy is beneficial. Eventually, once we awaken to the truth, we will get there with Saturn and Pluto in Aquarius. So the truth is coming out. It's there. And it's going to come out even more fully with Pluto coming into like 24 degrees, and he's going to be moving forward. So he's been at this 24 degrees for a while, and he moves out of Capricorn in 2023. So there's the air sign will free up the entanglements of consciousness and bring awareness and freedom from the shadowy energies. Still, we must be aware to get there. We must be awakened to know that it's going on. There's shit hitting the fan. We have to awaken to this so that we can align more into our light. So we know what we can bring in for our future going forward. You know, with Uranus and Taurus, it's bringing in some new energies. It's bringing in some shaking and rumblings, and for us to start to really breathe into our light, breathe into our energy source so that we can go forward. The Jupiter cycle is 12 years and was emerging from Capricorn and Aquarius in January of 97. Jupiter is focused on matters of social justice, and just when Jupiter entered Aquarius from its stay in Capricorn, Hong Kong independence from England was initiated, and Timothy McVeigh was found guilty for bombing, as, you know, for examples. So Jupiter in Aquarius is likely to bring a consensus of social justice and bring benefit to all walks of life. It will not happen overnight, and especially with the squares activating delays and conflicts, but keep positive. That's the thing. And beneficial change is on the upswing. Uranus is bringing in some crazy energy. It's going to bring in the unknown factor. That's what he does. He brings in that unknown factor. He brings in the energy that we are not sure of. That's what he does. So with Uranus squaring off with Jupiter and Mars coming in there too, so there's this Mars-Uranus square. And this Mars-Uranus square is bringing in this activation of change and getting us to activate in change and looking at how we are activating with change. So for us, we need to look at the change that is happening around us, how we can communicate, and how we can communicate, you know, this around. I just got, same with Pakistan, apparently this is going to happen in many countries, yes. And this was all leaked from the dark web, yes. And that's, you know, there's going to be a lot of more blackouts. I've said to many, even on my inner core, and I can't remember if I've mentioned it on here, where I've seen where you come on and you can't get on the internet. You can't get on anything because it's not there. That connection's not there. So this is where we have to look in, you know, really be mindful to how we are connecting with people. Be mindful of how, because we have strings attachment, we have cords attachment to everything that has to do with the internet. All of us here on Earth, whether you want to believe in cell phones or social media or whatever, we are all now have these attachments, these pulls to it. There's an attachment. All of us have it, right? In somewhere, you know, some way, some form. And this energy, you know, when things, you know, when the darkness comes, remember there's always light. You know, and I showed that on my this morning when I was out for my walk, where you look over to the west and it was dark. It was so dark this morning. But as I looked to the east, the sun was rising. It was beautiful, beautiful pink hues were coming up. And so there is this light that's coming in. Yet it's hard to ride the Uranus bus of change and create new paradigm for creativity. You know, with Uranus and Mars are conjuncting. You know, Uranus, the planet of change, is literally to incite anger and reactionary behavior. And when it conjuncts, especially when it conjuncts with Mars, and it's a planetary of war, the highest vibration of Uranus is to find clarity with a sparkling diamond and to respond with the clarity rather than overreact. So information is coming to us, and it's how you react. Yeah, it's angering about things being taken down, like Parler being taken down, and how huge censorship is coming in everywhere. It's angering, but it's how you focus that anger in order to create the change. With the highest vibration of Mars is to work towards a goal and stay focused on an ultimate accomplishment. What are you wanting to focus on? Where are you wanting to put your energy? Is so vitally important right now. The two planets that are squaring, Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter, as well as the Sun, Moon, and Mercury on the new moon on January 12th, 13th. So the January 12th, 13th, and 14th are really going to be heavy duty with that new moon. It's going to bring in a lot of activation. It's going to bring in a lot of energy for us to really take a close look at. By later part of January, Uranus and Mars creates a T-square with the moon, Sun, Saturn, and Jupiter. This will give us many obstacles to work through, but like the idea that the T stands for talent instead of trouble. Consider this T as a time to work energetically with your individual talents to overcome whatever obstacles stand in your way. That's where you go. You come back into your light. You come back into that energy and say, this is where I'm focusing on. And February will continue to be multiple squares with Uranus to Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. Mars also in squares to Mercury and Venus. By the end of February, Uranus is still in square with Mercury and Saturn, while Mars is, in square with Venus. Throughout the month of January and February, the planets are clumped together, creating intensity, but always opportunity to strive forward with goals and aspiration. Perseverance is the key for success overall. That's going to be so important. And the moon is the closest planetary influence to the Earth, and it makes sense that the movement of the moon in relationship to the Earth will affect all living matter on Earth. So paying attention to this energy, paying attention to how are you feeling? How did you feel on January 6th before you looked at any news? With Mars being at 29 degrees. Were you feeling edgy and were you feeling kind of And then as he tipped into Taurus, how are you feeling with the Mars in Taurus? Do you feel like, yeah, let's get going? Or are you feeling extremely tired? Honoring this energy that comes in, looking at where, okay, in the morning I feel, yeah, I can get a lot done. By the afternoon, I can't get a lot done. And then maybe taking that time for a nap, even though you're not a nappy person. This is where coming into our light is so important, and doing what we need to do. I did sign up for HAPS, HAPPS, and I did sign up, but they were having a lot of glitches. So I noticed they're having some glitches and trying to, everything wasn't streaming well. The nice thing about HAPS is that for me, people can donate money. They can donate $20 as I do a reading and things like that. So that's really nice with HAPS, So that's a nice thing. I haven't done anything on there yet, but I'm still playing around with things. Fatigue and excitement to get going. Yes, I'm thinking about joining HAPS. Yeah, and it is the thing is that with that, again, with HAPS too, it is one that is, it's interesting because of, there are live feeds and news feeds that go off of HAPS and stuff like that. And so the thing is with HAPS, they have to be, I think a lot of media, a lot of platforms that are going to be going up are going to be very mindful of what they're going to do. Being very mindful of what they're going to do. I'm going to do live Twitter feeds. Fuck it. It's a platform. I want to get my voice out there. Like that's the thing is like I'm not going to let them stop me from doing what I'm doing. I'm going to find a platform and I'm going to put it out as many places as I can. That's why on Instagram, Facebook, I'm still putting my stuff out there. I'm not going to stop because they're going to, there may be that one person that's on there that finds you, that you are there and you are that shining light in the darkness. So that's, you know, that's one of the things that you have to consider. Yeah, we want to boycott all of this, but you still got to be that shining light. And I'd rather be that controversial shining light that flies low below the radar. Like I am not, the thing is that now they're looking at if you are a real person. So if you've been recognized and you have that little green check or whatever beside your name. And right now I don't, you know, so that's the thing. And he's condemned, the Pope's coming out with a speech today condemning everything. But HAPS TV, for those who don't know, is a network of now and to enjoy with your iPhone, iPad. So HAPS is a feed that they have and that you can download it, and sign up for it. So it looks like, oh, it's downloading because I have it on my, but it looks like that. And so the HAPS, you know, going on. And that's the thing. And with HAPS, I know that's the, with HAPS, I found that it is, I've seen a few people that were on, what do you call it? On Periscope have gone over to HAPS. So we'll see how things go. A lot of new platforms are going to come out and they're going to go down right away. That's what you're going to find. A lot more things to do with control and people wanting to control things. I'm trying to sign in so I can show you guys. Let's see. That's it. Okay. It's remembering my passwords. And on there, there's, you know, when you sign up, they have a little get coin. I don't know. I haven't figured that. But anyways, every time you go in, you choose to claim, you claim your coins, and you turn it off. Now on here, there is, I don't know who she is, but she's doing something. Her name is, I don't know. It's just a general feed that I'm on with different people. And there's ghost hunters on here. There's all kinds of people. So on what you want to look for. And where you can go up and it's just a feed of different videos and stuff and news videos that you can look up. There's all different types of people that are on here. From, you know, and you can subscribe to their channel. So, and take a look at their channel. So HAPS has some pretty interesting people on there, from newscasters to spiritual people, etc. So writers and things like that. So that's what HAPS is. So you can take a look at it, go on there. You can see what and it links, and it will link to your feed. It'll link to the things that you want to link to broadcast out too, if you want. So it'll do that also. And I haven't done anything on there. Chakra Bliss is, you know, there's people doing chakra stuff on there and all kinds of stuff. So there's HAPS. So, but it's true. It's one of those things that, okay, if something gets too controversial on it, you'll probably find that it may get taken down. I just saw one of my friends' scopes that there were 5 people live on HAPS in the same scope. It looked fun. That would be cool. Yes. there's different people on there. I'm not sure exactly how it all works yet. I'm still figuring it out. I'm still trying to do my Patreon page. I have it up, but to do everything on there and get it done. And I was able, now they accept Canadian dollars, so everything is in Canadian dollars now instead of American dollars, because they didn't have Canadian dollars on there. But there are platforms that are coming up that you that we just need to explore more and more. And I know it's frustrating. I know, and I can't remember the one that Streamline just went to, right? There's just so much to learn about all these new platforms. Yeah, there is. There's tons of stuff to learn about them. And it feels exhausting, but you got to come into it and say, you know what? This is what I'm going to learn about today. I'm going to learn about HAPS. I'm going to learn, there's a platform that StreamYard just went to, and I forgot what the name is. It was StreamYard. So StreamYard just joined with, I can Google that one, which I'm going to do. So StreamYard joined with, so, because you can engage with StreamYard, you can engage with Facebook, YouTube, and do a live feed and do that. And you can have guests from Vimeo and all kinds of places too. So it doesn't show. Anyways, but they just joined, StreamYard just joined with a big dudes. And they do classes and stuff on there. So, but anyways, I'll find that out and I'll put it up on my Facebook. So yeah, so there's so much to learn from all the platforms and everything else for us to do. There is, for a lot of change is going to come in for us. And the thing is, with these changes that are going to be coming in, is going to get us to be able to adapt and create to new things, right? They do classes to learn about these apps. You got to go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and you can Google about them, and then you can find out more. StreamYard has a town hall and everything on YouTube that you can learn more about StreamYard. HAPS probably has the same thing. So there is
What up? It's your boy Kirk.
There's a lot that that are out there. Some are more popular. You just have to really watch. One of the biggest things that like Parler coming up, when they get, it's a game that we're going to be playing in the balancing act. And that's funny, because going to the reading that I had this morning, the reading is, I had the Two of Pentacles reversed. So, it's down here. So the Two of Pentacles came in reversed. All right. And when the Two of Pentacles is reversed, that has a lot to do with balancing our own lives. How are you balancing your life? It's twos. And looking at that balance, because there's been a lot being thrown upon us, right? And with everything that's being thrown upon us, this is about, we're feeling overwhelmed. We're feeling by too many responsibilities or too many choices are coming out at us. And we're just like, oh my God, this is too much. It's overstimulating to us. In order to find a semi-balance of balance, it may be necessary to cut out some of the pressures in your life. That's why with Mars and Taurus, it's very important for us to look at how we are putting our energy for the long. If it's causing havoc, drop it. It is not worth it. It is not worth it, because the Nine of Pentacles came in reversed, right? And we're needing to find a sense of balance. So how are you finding that sense of balance in your life? And with the Nine coming in, it's where material aspects and overindulgence comes in our life, working too hard towards a goal without proper payoff. So if you're working too hard and it's causing you to pull your life, your play, your love life, your spiritual life, your work life is coming all frayed, you have to start taking a look at it all, right? And start really looking and analyzing it and saying, okay, what can I shift or release in my life? What is that shift? What is that release? And are you ready to make a small sacrifice for growth? And part of that small sacrifice might be that, okay, I need to take a step back from this. Or I need to, focus my energy on here over there. I can't do anything about the United States. Like, I can't change. I'm just, I don't have a magic wand to make them clean up their fucking shit, or for them to clean up the fucking shit in our government too, or our provincial government, or wherever. But I can make the small shifts that I need to make in my own life. What do I need to look at for me and for my growth, for my spirituality, for my love life, for my play, for my happiness? What are those shifts that I need to make that are going to be in my light and alignment? And that's going to be the important part as we go forward, because in it came the eight of swords. And the eight of swords is saying, okay, here you go. It's time to do the change. It's time to move forward. There's a clouded perception, but you can choose whether to be disempowered or to be strong and limitless to your potential. It's your choice. It's your choice. That in this card, they can walk forward. That is your choice. What you want. It's nobody else's. It's your choice, right? And yeah, take care of ourselves and look at where our light is wanting to be expressed. Exactly. You might be a whole day, maybe you're doing painting all day, right? And you're just in this expressive mode to just paint, right? And do the painting. Maybe there's something where it's like you've been doing it for a long time and it's like, yeah, I still got some obligations to fulfill with that. Finish off the obligations, but as you're doing it, begin to look at where you do want to express. It's important because the overall energy is, I don't make this shit up, it's the 10 of Pentacles. It's family. It's togetherness. Where do you want to put the energy for the longevity of your family? And that family does not have to be blood family. It could be your soul family. So this is a positive reflection of your appreciation. Where are you putting it out? Because wherever you're putting it out, it's going to be reflected back on you. Right? And I'm getting ready for my last week of work. Wow. So you're in rest mode in today's last week. Wow. Yeah, so there's this transformation and change that's happening in there. And for me, I've been finding the water is very muddy because I have so much water in my chart. So that's the other thing. Take a look at your chart. Where is the Aquarius? Where is the Taurus in your chart? Right? How are they activating in your chart? So take a look at that to see where they are. Because Cancer is my first house. So you know what my 12th house has? Gemini. North Gemini is in my house right now of secrets, and because that's what the 12th house is. The 12th house is all about secrets and spirituality and going into the depths and the inner and creating that truth. Right? So that's what that is. And when it comes to my Aquarius house, it's my 9th house. So looking at my 9th house. And what is that 9th house squaring for most of this year with those guys? Is my 5th house, which is Scorpio. And the 5th house also represents that of the heart, and it's the house of Leo. So it's looking at these aspects of where your energy is and taking a look at, okay, this is, my year is going to, okay, there's going to be some hard ass shit that I have to go through. But now I can look at it and say, okay, this is a growth in my spirituality and how I'm going to come forward with my spirituality in my life and how I want to bring that out to the world. Because that's part of my dharma, that's part of my mission. is spirituality and bringing out spirituality to the world and bringing out that of the divine God and the divine goddess to people and helping them to embrace their beautiful inner light as best as I can and help them to open the doorways. So this is where energy comes in. So if you have not gotten your chart done, or you have gotten your chart done, take a look at it or book in an appointment and let's take a look at your chart. Or if I've done your chart before, book in a 30-minute and we'll just take a brief look at it and we'll do a 30-minute recap on your chart and do that to see where the energies are going and what areas that you have to be aware of for this year, or for the next 2.5 years with the energies, because 2027 is Uranus is going to be in Taurus till 2027. And then Saturn is in Aquarius for 2.5 years. So these are energies, you still got the other guys flipping along, right? And doing their thing that are going to be coming in and tripping these guys and activating certain things during the year and during different times of the month too. And the moon being such our personal planet, where's the moon? The moon is in Sag. She's going to be going void of course today as she's heading into Capricorn. And she's going to bump up into Venus and she's going to bump up into these guys. And this is going to be the first time in Capricorn that she's going to be in there. That the other bad boys aren't there. It's just Pluto. Yes, Venus is there and Mercury's there, but Saturn and Jupiter aren't there. So this is going to be the first time, that she's coming in and they're not there and making a new moon. So this is like, and it's on the 12th, and on January 12th last year, it was, there was the lunar eclipse just before January 12th. It was January 10th that the solar eclipse? No, it was the lunar eclipse that came in with this solar eclipse. Solar, lunar, okay, I'm just trying. And anyways, there was an eclipse just before January 12th when Saturn and Pluto met, and they're meeting up on the same conjunction point that Saturn and Pluto met when the coronavirus was announced. So there's an activation. There's a new activation that's going to be coming in. So it's going to be interesting. And Uranus is coming in and squaring some of this stuff. So anyways, going to send you off. Yeah, bye, Tina. I'm going off here. Going to send you guys off with so much love today. Thank you for joining me. Please share it off and like my YouTube page. Go into my YouTube page, please, people. And like and subscribe. I upload my videos. And if you can like and subscribe to my YouTube page, that would be awesome. My goal is to reach 1,000 people. I think I have 110. I have 110. So I want to reach a goal. So go to Mary June Tracy, my channel. Oh, I got 112. Ooh, there I am. That's my channel. And my videos, I upload them every day. And so come on in and take a look. You can take a look at my playlist and see what I listen to and look at. It's not that interesting, or the channels that I look at and take a look at that. So definitely, please come and like it. I have 112. So I got like 900 people more to go. So like my YouTube page and let's make it grow. So have a blessed one, everybody, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you and all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Blessed be, and let's make it a good fucking day today. Have a great one. Bye-bye.